So Mrs. Waddles is a 18-month-old broad-breasted white turkey. She is the turkey equivalent of the Cornish cross chicken. They are not meant to live long lives, but Mrs. Waddles got a pardon last year from Thanksgiving turkeys, and she's been living her life free range with all the chickens. But this afternoon we found that she can't walk on one of her legs, and we're not really sure what happened. And we have guineas, and we noticed she was missing some feathers. Tried to get her to walk, and she can't. So one of her legs is hurt, and we're not really sure what happened. But sometimes they can break legs just because of the sheer weight on their bodies, and that may have been what happened. But we have decided to process Mrs. Waddles today, so she doesn't have to endure any unnecessary suffering. So we're going to thank her for her life, and we enjoyed her company, but now it is time. She's really heavy. How much would you say?
She's got to be at least definitely 30 range.
So it's done. She's bled out, and for the sake of quickness, we are just going to skin her, and we'll make a stew or something long cooking out of her, because she is an older bird. She was almost 2. So gonna skin her and then gut her, and then we will take her inside and part her out, and I think part of her will be dinner tonight. For reference, my finger is the size of one of her toes. She's a big bird. Ideally, you would withhold food from an animal that you're going to process, but we didn't do that because we didn't know we were going to be processing Mrs. Waddles today, because she was fine last night. So she has a full crop, so we want to be especially careful to avoid opening that up. Just more mess, I guess.
Well, this is the first time we do this, so it's not going as fast as I like it, but it's not going as bad either. Skinned other animals in the past, never a bird, and definitely never this size. That being said, I think I'll do it again. You know this. She would have been a perfect bird for the oven altogether, though. I think we kind of missed the mark there. We should have processed her a long time ago. But Gabrielle enjoyed her.
She gave us eggs last year. She did not lay any this year. I don't know if people know this, but your fowl will lay eggs with or without their male counterpart. So a chicken will lay eggs without a rooster, a turkey will lay eggs without a tom, and so on. Anyway, and she did last year, but she did not lay this year.
She didn't do it?
No, I never found any eggs.
So this is about ready to come out.
Do you want to pull her a little further up on the...
Yeah, it's leaning.
No, I just didn't want her to flop off.
Yeah, She probably would if I'm not careful. You're right.
So when we process chickens for consumption, the Cornish crosses, we have everything neatly set up, a whole different setup than this impromptu processing. We have tables and everything is sanitized, and we have kill cones, and
We have friends too sometimes.
friends are nice. But this situation was different, and sometimes you have to do that on the homestead. Things you adjust on the fly and you figure it out as you go. This turkey will not be sold. Obviously, we're going to consume it here at home, and she won't go to waste. If she turns out to be too tough because she was too old, our dogs and will be happy to consume her, so she won't be a waste. But we are going to try to eat part of her tonight.
Four-legged animal.
So it looked like she may have had an injury on that leg. You can see that the meat looks a little bit beat up there. It's kind of like bloody right there, so maybe that's an injury or
something.
Like we said, impromptu processing, so we're making do.
And nothing will go to waste. Our animals, our dogs, especially Cosmo, will be eating good tonight.
Cash is a farm newbie, kind of like we are, and he will not eat anything raw or unseasoned because he is a city dog, and that is not his jam. He prefers everything to be cooked and seasoned. Thank you very much. Come get it, Cosmo. We say that, but watch him decide he doesn't want it. No, thank you. But he will fight off a chicken because he may not want it now, but he's going to want it later. Now he's just going to sit and guard his piece of turkey so that the chickens don't eat it.
So what I'm trying to avoid here is puncturing the stomach. I'm trying to follow the lines here so that we can get a big old breast out of here. But the stomach is right there. I don't know if you can get that, but literally right there. So if I go in that way, we're gonna hit the stomach. I don't want to do that.
So I guess we're not going to gut her. We're going to just try and take pieces or cuts out of the carcass.
Not hitting this either.
You can see her crop is very full because she was still very much active and alive.
She wasn't dead.
Earlier today, and so she ate and was foraging.
Now, by all means, I am not a butcher. Like I said, we use
Animals are easier to part out once they're gutted and you're not being so careful to not nick the internals or the guts. But right now he's trying to be extra careful not to get the guts or open up the inside of the bird. So he's just trying to get the major muscle pieces, which in this case is a breast. And this is a broad-breasted turkey. That breast is 2-3 times the size of my very large, handsome husband's hand.
So we have a couple of people in our Facebook who processed turkeys not too long ago. Sydney, if you're watching this, you are correct. They do smell different. Turkeys stink. And I haven't gone into the cavity, but brother, yes, you are correct.
There is a different internal smell, if you will.
So this is our first time doing this. For me anyway. It is. I don't know
Yeah, I have a secret life and I go process turkeys in my secret life without you. Yeah.
There it is. I don't know weight-wise how much it would be, but it's not the prettiest again. Definitely not pretty.
This is a big, giant Thanksgiving roasting pan. So, not including the wings, we have 2 breasts, 2 thighs, and a drumstick. And this is how fresh that is. We got muscles still twitching over here. Okay, so we brought her in the kitchen and cut apart the breasts and tenders and the legs and thighs, and in total each one of the leg quarters was about 2 pounds 5 ounces, and the breasts were about 4 pounds each, so 8 and about 13-14 pounds. But we did not bring in the wings at all, and the only pieces that had bones are these leg quarters. So she'll feed us several meals, not mad about it. So as a tribute to Mrs. Waddles, Gabriel created a giant Mrs. Waddles in Minecraft.
Hi, yeah, Mrs. Waddles